Good evening. I wanted to thank our author for spending a few moments with us. If you could just introduce yourself for the readers.
Good evening, Mark. This is Stanley Hack. I work in a large optometry practice in the northeast corner of New York.
Wonderful. And the article that you have written for us is really kind of a topic that a lot of optometrists don't delve into very much. Can you tell us a little bit about it?
Well, sure. The uh, issue, of course, is smoking cessation. And if you're like me, when you first started practicing, you may have tried to address that issue with some of your patients. But you soon found that you get a cold shoulder from some people. Often a response would have been, what's that got to do with my eyes? But nowadays, with the way CMS and Medicare Medicaid work, we are actually basically required to screen for tobacco use and counsel on its cessation. I mean, there are ways around it, but in terms of the meaningful use attestation, this is certainly one of the top 10 that most practices will want to give.
And where did the idea for this study come from? And can you tell us a little bit about how you went about doing the study?
Sure. I actually did a mini version of the study when I first went into private practice in 1996. And what I found was actually not only was it a bit frustrating, but there was actually nobody that I counseled actually decided to stop using tobacco. And based on that, I thought, well, this is a waste of time, so I'm not going to bother questioning or counseling people on it. But then in around 2005, Medicare and Medicaid made us start to actually screen them. We had to ask people what the tobacco use was. Now, we didn't actually have to do anything about it when they acknowledged that they did use alcohol, tobacco, or drugs. We simply had to note the record that they did. And then that changed around 2012, 2013 or so when it started to become one of the meaningful use criteria. Now, given my previous experience with actually doing a quantitative project on the rates of tobacco cessation, I thought this was really pretty lousy of the powers to be to make us get into this area of work because there weren't any published studies that showed that actually providing such screening and counseling in an eye care office would have any effect. And the one study I did, and it was at a peer-reviewed meeting, showed that it actually didn't. So part of the impetus for doing this study was to kind of, in some ways, prove that it didn't work. And lo and behold, we actually found the opposite.
Okay, that's a great segue. Can you tell us a little bit about the results of the study?
Certainly. So this was a retrospective cohort. So we looked at an entire set of records over a 2-week period in the large group practice. It was a roughly 1,800 records in order to capture 193 who had used tobacco previously. And so everybody that was included in the cohort had to have been seen by us on at least 2 occasions. And in the first occasion, being 1 to 2 years prior, having received a screening of both did you use tobacco, and if you did, you would be providing information and recommendations to cease that. Based on that sample, much to my surprise, about 14% of the previous users had stopped using tobacco since, which was an entire reversal of the previous study I had done a little less than 20 years prior.
And do you think that were there other factors related to their quitting, or were you able to kind of say, I think that the cause of the quitting was related to our intervention?
I wish I could say that the cause of their quitting was due to our intervention, but clearly you cannot. There was not a control group. We couldn't have a control group because it was 100% mandated activity in the practice. I would like to think that we had some effect in helping them out with this, but and if we do use a background population, so the overall rate of tobacco use in New York State based on other resources, There has been a decrease of, around 8% over the last 10 to 15 years. And, in my group, I found a rate of about 14%. Maybe we had, could explain a little bit of with our study, but again, there are many factors going on here. Hopefully, people are getting the message from all over the media and the family. And, I think we are seeing a big change in the amount of smoking use in this country. So we're glad to be part of it, even if we weren't the sole cause.
And if you could kind of talk to your other kind of your fellow physicians out there, what would you tell them about how to go about talking to their patients on this topic?
Well, that of course is the biggest question. Even I still do have some difficulty with that. I think today I had at least 2 or 3 patients that I had to go ahead and break the subject with, since they had admitted to tobacco use during history of their exam. And what I do is I simply start with a very simple question. I say, I see you are a smoker. We recommend that all patients quit smoking. Is there something I can do to help you do that? And then I kind of step back and I look to see what the response is. Are they getting angry? Are they getting annoyed? Are they receptive to discussing it? Most of the time what I see now is that people will actually be more reflective. In the past, I felt like I got a lot of cold feelings. Now, people are quite receptive, and they'll think about it for a minute, you smile a bit, it's like, here's somebody else who's going to quit smoking, and then they may just say no, and tried to quit a few times, and that's when I pull up and say, well, have you talked to your doctor about prescriptions? Have you gone into a group program? We know that involved in a group therapy, there's a much success. Whereas people who just try to do it alone at home, culture or something like that, the chance of success is very low.
Wonderful. Well, it's definitely a topic that we all need to be tackling, and I look forward to hopefully getting a great response, and even if we can get a few more doctors talking to their patients, it's well worth the time and effort, and thank you for spending a few minutes with us, and thank you for working with the editors at OVP to bring this research to light.
Thanks so much for having me, Mark.